like that boom boom boom. How the beat bang.
I like that boom boom pow. Them chickens jacking my style. They try.
Okay, so now I did say I was gonna come back and do another video for you guys, so that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to well, actually, this is kind of a fun video today. I have a list of some questions, some things that just have been on my mind. You know, when I have things on my mind, sometimes I like to write them down so I can kind of keep everything in order and keep my thoughts on paper if I ever have to go back and do some revising and, some, looking back, I try to keep everything just right there for me to go and check it out. What was I thinking about on the 26th or on the 27th, on the 30th, and, things of that nature. So, I'm going to read just a quick list of questions that I have. Please, if someone knows the answers to these questions, you can please hit me up on my MySpace. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Roobin08, 08 for those who have never seen me in their life. Go over there and check me out. Follow me. You can answer the questions. Follow me and, give me a little response or tweet, whatever you call it, and you let me know the answers to these questions if you have any. But please let me know what it is. Question number 1. Why is it that when it get a little hot outside, when you get just a little bit of sun peeking through the clouds, that everyone want to walk around naked? And I'm not just talking about the white girls, because they were the first, the white girls that up here at least, the white girls in my area was doing that shit back in November, so it really didn't make a difference seeing them walking around here butt naked. But as soon as we've seen a little bit of sun, we've seen chicks with halter tops that hardly had any halter in the top. Okay, they had short skirts on. They had, if the wind blew in the wrong direction, they burning bush would have been blown out. It was just that serious. Young ladies just don't have any respect. They don't have any self-respect, any morals, any dignity anymore. They just come out whatever they want. The niggas too. I don't want to see the crack of your ass when I'm coming up the street. I don't want to see you with your shirt off and your pants are like I can fit 2 of me in them. And no, I don't know. And they're already down to your ankles. I don't care to see that. This information that I don't need to know about. I just what I want to know. That's question number 1. Question number 2. How are you going to have a religious wedding? And these are for the people who have had weddings, who are married or have been married, and who have gotten married in the church, right? They have a religious wedding in the church with the pastor, the reverend, and things of this nature. And, they don't go to church. They have their service and everything in the church. Okay, they go to counseling with the pastor in them, but they don't go to church. They either don't go to church, don't believe that God even exists, and then even after the marriage, they don't even think to put God in the relationship. When you get married, it's supposed to be 3 parts. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 3 parts in a marriage: the husband, the wife, and the head, which is above the husband, which is God. And when you have a union, it's supposed to be more than just a double union. It's supposed to be a triple union with God at the head and the base of the relationship, which represents love. God is love, therefore he should represent the love in your relationship. If you put him first and stay prayerful and kingdom minded, then you shouldn't have to worry about anything crumbling. Now there will be bumpy roads, because everyone knows the closer your relationship with God, the more the devil tries to steer you away from that relationship. But know that when you have God in your life, you find yourself to be more at peace. There's more peace in your life, and therefore there will be more peace in your relationship. You'll be surprised the things that happen to you once you pray about them. Just imagine if you had God in your relationship now, as opposed to when you didn't have God in your relationship, how much more successful your relationship and how much more lengthy your marriage would be if you only took the time to be prayerful, read your word, depend on God, fall on God, give your cares up to him, and let it work out itself. And of course you give more than 50, and I wanted to speak on that briefly before I finish my list. I'm sorry, y'all know I ramble a lot. But I wanted to talk about something. I was watching Quadir's video on relationships, and he spoke about how people always give 50-50. And when you're in a relationship, you have to give more than 50-50. You can't just give, you have to give 100, because if you're 100 with yourself and you are a whole person, then you know what you like, you know who you are 100%, and you can therefore give a little bit of it because you are whole. You are 100% of yourself, so you can afford to give half of yourself. But if you are only half, you cannot give 25%. You cannot give negative 50% of the 50 that you already are to someone else when you can't afford to do that because you're only half a person. So, um, please, people, before you get in these relationships, make sure that you are right. Make sure that you are whole. Make sure that you got yourself together before you get in these relationships and you are committed and you start throwing around the L word. And that brings me to number two. This is a quote. Why do we ignore those who adore us? Okay. Why do we ignore those who adore us? We adore those who ignore us. We hurt those who love us, and we love those who hurt us. Why do we do that? And that is so true. It's a quote. It's not a quote from me personally. It's actually like a MySpace comment, but just keep that between us. Um, but it's actually very true. We always ignore the people who love us the most, the people who adore us the most, and we adore those who ain't paying us no mind. We hurt the ones that we love, and we allow ourselves to be hurt by those who say they love us but they really don't. You know what I'm saying? We love those who hurt us so much, and we hurt the ones that we do love. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Number three. Why do most niggas, when I mean niggas, I mean men, black men mostly, or people who think they're black men, why do they drive with their seat all the way reclined back to the point where if I were to be sitting directly behind them, their head would be in my lap? Why is that? Clearly you cannot see over the wheel, so that means that I am going to get out of the car because I don't want to be in an accident because you decide you want to go to sleep when you're driving on 95 or 83 or whatever highway or throughway you may have in your local area. Just because you want to go 80 on the throughway and you're fully reclined does not mean that my life has to be in danger. I'm going to get out of the car. Now back to number four. Why is the L word, and when I say the L word, I mean love, thrown around so early in relationships nowadays? Why don't people believe in taking things slow? Why is that? And that's actually number five as well. Why don't people take things slow anymore? What and it's with the youth, people my age and younger. Why is that people don't believe in taking things slow? You go out with somebody within weeks, you're already throwing around the L word, and you may or may not have even known your significant other before your relationship started. They may have just come into your life and you're already saying that you love them. Why is that? Why is that? Um, Love is something that you do not throw around, especially when the other person has been hurt before. You don't throw the L word around because love is a very strong word and a very strong emotion. And when you express that through words and verbal, exchanging of words with your partner, you are letting them know that you are in love with them. They're going to take it, if they are your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you tell them that you love them, they're going to take it as you are in love with them, not just, oh, I love you, my nigga. No, no, they're not going to take that like that. So be careful when you throw that word around, especially very early. You wait, give it some time. If you're scared of it, not lasting, and that's why you want to rush things, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? If you have to rush things in the beginning, trying to keep it prolonged instead of waiting and seeing where it goes, because you're scared that it may not end up anywhere, then maybe it wasn't meant to be, and maybe it's not going to end up anywhere. Think about it. Number six. Why do girls wear mini skirts? I mean, short mini skirts, and then they get really embarrassed and ashamed when they twat, aka they burning bush, aka Twatter City, comes out for some air. Why is it? Why is it that they wear short, revealing clothing from the waist down, and they wonder why when their coochie comes out for some air and Miss Nani Nani with the L Nana wants to breathe a little bit, they get all embarrassed. Well, first of all, if you had some panties on, that wouldn't be a problem. Number two, you nasty slutback whore. Um, Maybe if you wore something that was maybe a little bit longer, maybe mid thigh or knee length, then you wouldn't have to worry about that either. Number seven. Why do people breathe? I'm sorry. Why does people's breath and body odor stink so bad, and they walk around like you can't smell them, but they can smell themselves? When you stink to the point where you can smell your own ass, you know good and damn well somebody else can smell you. I don't know why you're trying to play games. Get your tail in the shower. Use some Dove, some Irish Spring, some Ivory, whatever you need to do. Get it together. Hi, Jersey Raven. I'm not trying to steal your quote. I'm just saying, get it in order. Get the soap, get the rag, get the water, and wash your tail. It's not that hard. That concludes my questions for today. You can hit me up on twitter.com/Roobin08 and follow me. And please let me know, or you can comment, rate, and subscribe. Make sure that you rate. I love it when people rate and comment on my videos. Let me know how I'm doing. So do that. Let me know if you have any answers to any of these following questions. Now, with that being said, you be blessed. I'm Roobin08. Peace and chicken grease.
They try to copy my swagger. I'm on that next shit now. I'm sold 3008. You sold 2000 and late. I got that boom, boom, boom. That future boom, boom, boom. Let me get it now.
Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that.